Up was down and went.
The leadoff single for Mydra to start off this ball game.
You can see the disappointment in Zach Neto's face. He thinks he should come up with this time. Everything looks like right on the money. This one hits right off the tip of his glove.
So the batter now is Miguel Vargas. And he homered in last night's game. He's been swinging a good bat for them of late. The pitch, the first one a little bit high. Our time and temperature, it's presented all season long by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it should be. Game time temperature, bit on the chilly side, 64 degrees. The first pitch tonight right on time at 6:38. Here's the next pitch, and that's a big cut and a miss by Vargas. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, you'd like to see Aldegari have a scoreless first inning here.
Yep. It's going to boil down to fastball command. If he can command the fastball, his changeup is a player here at the major league level.
Here's the pitch, and that one misses inside for a ball. Aldegari is ready. 2 balls and 1 strike on Vargas. Infield is backed up, and here's the next pitch, and that's a wave and a miss. And the fastball there at 93 evens up the count, 2-2.
It's kind of 94 is where he might top out at. Maybe pop one at 95, but he's going to be in that 91, 93 range. So he's not going to overpower you. Hitting his spots is critical.
There's a lob toss over to first base. Runner gets back Mydroth. He's had 1 stolen base this year. He did steal 14 a year ago. Counts 2-2, and here's the next pitch. This is popped foul over on the first base side. Shonawell is going to run out of room. It lands right on top of the dugout roof of the White Sox over there on that first base side.
Yeah, that last pitch, a changeup. If it's down, he probably gets the swing and miss. It was up. He had Vargas way out in front of it. For Sam Aldegari, it has been command here, certainly at the major league level. That is what has eluded him, and it puts the extra base runners on, makes it that much tougher.
2-2. That's fouled back behind the plate. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is the 6th career start for Sam Aldegari, and 2-4 lifetime with the Angels, 6.35 ERA. Again, a toss over to first, and the runner just walks back to the bag. So that's a couple of throws over there now during this matchup against Vargas. Good size lead. Here's the next pitch. Runner not going, and that one missed high, and the count's full. It's 3-2. We're in the top of the first inning. No score, just underway. Top of the first, presented tonight by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Test drive a new Hyundai today.
Region. A hotbed for Italian baseball, maybe? Well, maybe not.
He's leaning, he takes off, and the pitch is inside, ball 4. It actually popped out of the mitt of Rivero, but it was off the inside corner, and 2 on with nobody out for Montgomery.
And I'm going to go with Mydroth was deked by Grissom because he had a headfirst dive into second base. And he's trying to clean himself up now. You get that ball 4 with the guy running full speed and the catcher drops it. As a middle infielder, he must have felt like, I don't want him taking the extra 90 feet because the catcher didn't catch the ball.
Montgomery with a 17-game on-base string. Vargas now at 18. And a swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, not deep. Low is over, foul territory, and he reaches out, and he just can't get it. And he's lucky he didn't get injured. He kind of reached over the railing into that netting and might have tweaked his left wrist. He's shaking his hand as he walks back to his position.
Yeah, this is a particular play that if I'm an outfield instructor, I'm telling my guys, don't do that. You know, it's one where you have to know you're already under control going into that little half wall in the net, so you don't end up injured on a ball that wasn't a play anyway. Just you got to be smart about going after that ball or not.
The pitch to Montgomery almost hit him in the hands. And it's 1-1. He's been hit a few times this year. His scouting report seems to be don't let him extend his long arms.
And hitters are going to always say, don't let me extend my arms. Yeah, but you're still going to make a mistake. That's what they're looking for, that one mistake.
The pitch outside. They made Soriano work for about every out he recorded last night. And they're making Aldeguerri work here in the first inning tonight.
They're going to get a reputation, aren't they? People can go, just throw strike 1, 2, and 3 to these guys. Otherwise, they're going to work you out.
Swing and a miss on a fastball, I guess, 87. No, they're saying changeup?
No, I think that was a slider, but he will throw his changeup to left-handed batters as well. I think it just kind of didn't do anything.
Right.
Just I had a kind of a shot of his hand being on the side of the ball like he was trying to throw a slider.
StatCast has it as a fastball, but I don't think that's what it was. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch down and away. Same pitch, and I agree with you. It's like a cutter or a slider.
Yeah, so you know what's funny about something like that is StatCast isn't recognizing what the pitch is. That means as a hitter, you're going, what is that? It's kind of unrecognizable.
3-2 runners are not moving, and the pitch is outside. Ball 4, and they're loaded for the new guy, Randall Grichuk, the ex-Angel, and before he bats, Mike Maddox. The pitching coach is going to head out to talk it over.
All right, well, customize your game day with a private suite. Explore our food and beverage options and learn about our various suite sizes to fit your group. Tailor your experience for an unforgettable day at the ballpark. Visit whitesox.com/suites or call 312-674-1000.
Golden opportunity here in the first inning if the Sox win tonight's game. Walner Law will make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Walner Law handles the toughest car accident cases in Chicago. Call 312-8-million. Walner Law, win with Walner.
All right, we got the heart of the lineup right here. Go get him.
Starting with Grichuk, the cleanup man, playing right. He's always been good against left-hand pitching. Bases loaded, nobody out. And a pitch to Grichuk. He is outside on a changeup. He's always hit well against his original organization. 8 career homers in 37 games against the Angels. And he takes inside on a changeup.
Well, the hole just keeps getting deeper for Aldeguerri. I don't know where you go with the bases loaded, nobody out, 2-0 count to a power hitter. Good luck.
Open stance for Grichuk. 0 for 1 in the pinch in his debut last night with the Sox. And he takes low on a fastball. It's ball 3.
How about the patience of Grichuk? I mean, these are close, and if he's being aggressive looking for a pitch to drive, he could chase one of these pitches, and he hasn't.
The 3-0. And he swings and bangs one off the mask of the catcher, Rivero.
Often you see a guy swing 3-0 like that, and then the pitcher goes, oh, great. He's going to get another chance on 3-1. So usually the 3-1 is not a repeat of the previous pitch. It's ball 4.
The stretch. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. It was a little high.
Yeah, out of the strike zone. So Grichuk, in a hitter's count, decided to go after one out of the strike zone. He could have had that free RBI with a free pass on that.
Edgar Caro, former Angel farmhand, waits on deck. The 3-2. A swing and a pop fly out into shallow right center, base hit. Mydroth's going to score. Grichuk in his first start with his new team makes it 1-0 on a broken bat flare single to right. And still loaded and no outs.
Well, you'll take it. It's not ideal. You're not saying to yourself, hey, I hope I shatter my bat and get an RBI single to right center. You're thinking, I'm hitting a grand slam because this guy's on the hook. But he'll take it.
Here's Caro batting right-handed. We met Grichuk on our way in today. He's really put together. 6 feet 210. Called strike. He has 212 career home runs.
Yeah, he's had a tremendous career. Definitely a threat with the bat, even though the numbers for Grichuk a little bit of part of the year has not been great to this point.
A pitch to Edgar, and he golfs foul back in out of play on a low changeup. 2 strikes.
I think it's safe to say this needs to turn into a pretty big inning. You don't want it to be 1 run and done.
3 on, nobody out, 1-0. The pitch. Edgar takes up and in. That might set up that changeup again.
Yeah, that seems to be the pitch he really wants to try and feature for sure.
Vargas at third, Montgomery at second, Grichuk at first. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball out into center. Trout will come over near right center. It's deep enough for Vargas. He will tag and score as Trout throws toward third to keep Montgomery at second base. It's a sac fly for Caro, and it's 2-0.
We'll take it. It's a good at bat and a good result. And a crooked number. So, you know, even though it's bases loaded, nobody out, if you walk away with just the 2 runs in this inning, you're not angry, even though you want to keep adding on.
Still only 1 out. Here's Andrew Benintendi, who had the White Sox first 4-hit performance last night. Left-left matchup. Aldeguerri stretches and pitches. And it's a strike, top of the zone fastball. Andrews the DH. He's batting .229. Look at second now, the 0-1. Popped up. Middle of the infield. Infield fly rule in effect. Moncada will make the catch just to the side of the mound. So 2 away. Here comes Derek Hill.
Well, mentioned you want this to be a big inning. 2 runs is really nice to pick up, but with 2 outs and you feel like they're about to get off the hook, this is where Derek can really break their backs by picking up a hit and driving in a run.
He had the big pinch hit home run Sunday to tie that game in San Diego. And he takes a high changeup. Aldeguerri now 30 pitches. The set. And the pitch to Derek Hill. Swing and a miss on a changeup that was right down the middle, but it was the lack of speed that did in Derek. 1-1.
Yeah, very good deceptive arm motion with that changeup.
Guardians lost at Kansas City. So everybody in the division's under 500. And the White Sox have a chance to jump into first place if they can win this game. Here's the pitch. It's hit on a line out into right center. Trout running and making the catch. Looked like he lost the ball on the lights for a second.
Yeah, he had to just battle there when he was reaching out with the glove and finish off that play.
Maybe the best contact of the inning ends up being the 3rd out. Sox get 2 for Eric Fetty. It's 2-0 in the first from Anaheim.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game, it's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Somebody help me. Little guy got a souvenir, and he's got a tale to tell. Mom's just kind of oblivious to the fact that she's struggling.
It's a rather lengthy one. She is very attentive so far as this long story draws out.
That young man looks like he was given some signs. Oh no, he's actually copying the pitcher, isn't he?
He's just going to give up. He's going to give up and pretend this is what he wanted to have happen.
He's in a tent right now.
He's going to hang out in here.
Tire.com.
A rejuvenated team lighting up the Southside fan base.
High fly ball.
The process is only getting stronger.
It's a grand slam.
This is the Chicago White Sox Baseball Network.
Two 2-0 Sox, bottom of the first. Angels have Zach Neto leading off against Eric Fetty, coming off a good one against the Angels last week. Still seeking his first win here in 26. The motion and the pitch. Neto hits a hard grounder foul, third base side. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts, and a no decision on Wednesday for Eric against this Angels club. Neto takes a cutter high and away for a ball. Neto has been striking out a ton. He's 0 for his last 22. Really stands on top of the plate, wide stance, and he drives one the other way. Right field, Grichuk is back on it and makes a chest-high pick. 1 down. Let's pause 10 for station ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Here's Mike Trout. He hit one of those home runs, Fetty in Chicago, and he takes a strike on a cutter. Trout ended a 22-game on-base streak with an 0 for 4 last night. And he takes high. Trying to become the first Angel ever with 800 career extra base hits. He's 1 away from doing that. Fetty's 1-1. Trout takes a strike, top of the zone sinker.
Trout has, like 15 years left on his contract. So he's going to obviously just keep adding to those extra bases.
Batting .250, he's got 10 homers. And he drives one deep. Left field, way back there, and it is gone. He just got it over that low wall. And that is his 800th career extra base hit and his 11th home run this season, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, I believe Trout pretty much hit the same pitch out at our ballpark in the same location against Fetty. So Fetty decided to try his luck again with a similar pitch and got the same result.
415th career homer. That's a club record. 1,227th career run. That's a record for the Angels. Ball 1 to Nolan Shonowell. So each team scoring here in the first inning. Shonowell, left-hand batter, and he fouls. One of the few Angels to have some Success against the White Sox here these last couple of weeks. 6 for 13 against the Sox with 4 doubles. And he takes high on a fastball. 2-1. Eric ready to go. Full windup. Now the kick and the pitch. Sweeper strike near the outside corner.
Very frustrating, I know, if you're Eric. He's a competitor. I mean, he's a little edgy, you know, and he's had Mike Trout in back-to-back starts take him deep on a similar pitch. So I think if you're Mike Trout, you don't look for that one anymore.
2-2 is grounded foul.
If you eliminate it, you go, he's not throwing that again. So whatever the repertoire is for Fetty, eliminate that one if you're Mike Trout.
2-2 on Shonowell. Holds his hands high over that back shoulder. Here it comes. Inside by about an inch. 3-2. Jorge Soler on deck. The payoff. He's hit in the air out into left center, not deep at all, as Derek Hill will cut across and make the catch.
You know, and that's what's interesting about the bases loaded, nobody out situation for the White Sox. And you can turn it into a big inning where you score 3, 4, 5 runs, and it's 2, which is basically the minimum what you would expect with the bases loaded, nobody out. And just like that, one swing, and they cut the lead in half.
Yep. Yeah, you're happy to get the 2. You probably could have gotten some more. Soler cranks one high and deep. Center field. Hill at the fence, runs out of room, and it's tied. So 2 homers here in the first, and we're back to even.
Looked like just with the naked eye, that was a high cutter. Just at the top of the strike zone, which is usually an effective pitch for Eric Fetty, except for the fact that I'm saying it's usually an effective pitch for Eric Fetty, which means the Angels are aware of that. So they can look up in that zone and take it away from him. And Soler, this was not high enough. This was belt high. And big, strong man make that ball go boom.
8th homer for Soler, number 211 in his career. So 2-2. Here's Joe Adell. Called strike. So everything here in the first inning against Fetty has been airborne. 2 outs, 2 homers. The 0-1 lined out into left center. Antonacci makes a diving catch.
That is a heck of a play by Antonacci. Ring it.
So Sam Antonacci with a great diving stab on that bullet, and the inning is over. It's 2-2 after an inning from Anaheim on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
At 19 weeks pregnant, I found out my blood was attacking my baby. I'm Ellen, and my team said her only chance at survival was a rare procedure.
Top ranked in
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Speaking of upper body commando, no shame in their game.
Oh, hit the bat, and then the bat hit the helmet. It's a trick shot.
The big kitty's here.
Well, the therapy rabbit, you mean?
Oh! Error on Endy Rodriguez, the Pirates' first baseman, who's fairly camped underneath it.
It's pretty cold down here, and I needed a hat. I didn't have one, so Mr. Met lent me his.
Oh, nobody caught it! Boy, all sorts of communication issues between Rojas and Sosa.
And even though you're dejected down 3.
First pitch swinging. This ball's hit in the air to deep center field, and George Springer gets it over the wall for a home run. His extra base impact continues. 3rd home run of the postseason for Springer, and they've got 6.
Fastball outer
third up. He's ready for it.
Eventful first, each team with a pair of runs. 2-2, we play the second. Luis Angel Acuna leads off against Aldeguerri. And he takes low on a fastball. Acuna playing shortstop tonight. This is his 8th start at short. And he hits a hard ground ball past Moncada, but it's backhanded by Neto, and the throw to first is barely in time. Boy, Neto took his time, and Acuna almost picked up a hit.
Yeah, Neto has a strong arm, but he did kind of reach, set up, and then he realized he had to let it go, and he got him, as he said, by less than half a step.
So one down. Here's Sam Antonacci. Down in the 9 spot because it's a left-handed starter. He's batting .273, takes a strike. More importantly, a .379 on base percentage. And there's been some slug too, .436. The 0-1. Slider strike. Inner third of the plate, nothing in 2.
Aldeguerri is the kind of guy that obviously we don't want him to get settled in. He's facing the bottom of the lineup, trying to settle in and not worry about it, but it's going to be turned over to the top of the lineup before you know it. Going to have to go after Mydroth again.
0-2. He bounced one in front of home plate, a changeup that literally bounced 5 feet in front of home plate.
Yes, it did. Right after Aldeguerri let go of that ball, he looked at his hand as if to say, "What's going on with you, hand? Why did you do that?"
Here's his 1-2, and there's a swing and a base hit. One hopper got past the diving Shawnuel and out into right.
Well, that's the thing that the White Sox did really well last night. 2-strike hitting. You love to see that.
16 hits in all. A season best. And here is Mydroth, 1 for 1 with a run. Pretty good lead by Antonacci. Aldeguerri staring at him. Now the pitch to Mydroth, and it's high. Chase has his batting average up to .270. And the 1-0 is outside on a change.
Something's clicked.
Toss to first. And Antonacci is back safely. Got to find the note. Last year, as the bench coach of the Blue Jays, Mattingly was in the World Series for the first time ever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As a player, manager, coach. Yep. 39 years in pro ball. Swinging a bouncer up the middle, right near the bag at second, and they'll get an out there as Antonacci almost ran over Vaughn Grissom, but they do get the out at second. It'll be a fielder's choice for Mydroth. You saw a play last night like that, right, where the ball was right around second base, and I think Neto was involved in that one, but Grissom actually tagged the bag with his glove.
Yeah, he grabbed the ball. It was a deflection by the pitcher first that kind of redirected the ball. And Grissom ran over, backhanded, and then just a sweeping move with his glove when he grabbed it to touch the base rather than just step on it. That's different. It really wasn't necessary, but it was different, and it worked.
2 outs. That'll bring up Vargas. And he takes a strike on a changeup. So Vargas and Montgomery both extending their on-base streaks to 18 games with first inning walks. Mydroth, the runner at first, 2 outs. And Vargas hits a fly ball out into deep right center. Trout still back. He's at the wall, and he has room, and he makes the grab. Looked like Trout was trying to measure a possible leap, but he never had to leave his feet. Midway in the second, Sox 2, Angels 2 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Schlittler, 25 years old. He spent the season until June in Double-A last year, then moved up to Triple-A, and he was called up to the Yankees on July 9th, and what a difference he made. Swing and a miss. Gets him on the sinker. Swing and a miss. That's the sinker. 4 strikeouts in a row, 8 on the game.
Curveball, and that's grounded and caught by Lambert between his legs, and he throws to first for the out. Peter Lambert was the most surprised person on the field that he caught that baseball.
It's a grand slam for Adley Rutschman, and one of the weirdest grand slams you'll ever see. 2 grand slams in one game. Jackson's second slam of the month of April.
Ellie far over on the second base side. Diving stop, throws. He got him! Oh, what a play, Ellie De La Cruz. I mean, way over on the second base side of the bag.
And the Phillies have walked it off twice in one day. 1 was good, 2 is great. They have swept the Giants.
Wood back on the track, short of the wall, elevates and brings it back. That one, it took all 6'6".
North Shore Adult Diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Angels are not going into tonight. Moncada a wave and a miss on a sweeper. White Sox have won 6 of 7. The Angels have dropped 9 of 10. The 0-1. Outside on a changeup.
Moncada seems to be in swing mode. He had a half-hearted swing on the first one, checked his swing there. So everything is basically something he wants to swing at.
Swing and a miss on a cutter. One ball, 2 strikes. Sox are 4-0 against the Angels this season. The 1-2. Change up, low and away. White Sox have their overall ERA down to 4.13. That puts them in the top half in the major leagues. Sweeper is inside. They were dead last, right, after that first dismal road trip, but they've been whittling away that number.
You love it when a plan comes together, and that's what it looks like is happening now for the White Sox.
3-2 coming, and it's bounced foul.
Well, if you're going to turn your starting pitching into a strength, then you're going to give yourself a chance, especially what we're seeing from this team offensively, which means they are scrappy. They're scoring enough runs to support the pitching.
Another 3-2. Got him looking on a cutter on the outside edge.
That is the 39th time Moncada has struck out this year. 39 times compared to 16 hits. That is a lot of negative offensive numbers.
Here's Grissom. Batting .298. And he takes outside. Moncada went into that. They batted .176. And striking out at the highest clip of his career so far this season. Sinker is outside.
Yeah, we're seeing it across the board, more strikeouts, but it's just never been something that you'd like to see, that a guy's really striking out a ton more than hits.
There's a swing and a high fly ball deep left. Antonacci's back near the track, and he makes the grab on the dirt. Well, that ball traveled probably 385 feet. But there is some room out in that area. It's 390.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to just miss it. And that seems to be what was the case. Now, Grissom took him deep last time they faced each other in Chicago.
Trout and Grissom. Tonight, Trout and Soler. Here's the catcher, Rivero. And he takes a sweeper down and away. Rivero, an ex-Royal. And he pops it up. Also played in the White Sox system for a bit. Acuna, the shortstop, will make the catch out in shallow left. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels after 2. Sox 2. Angels 2 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Murakami, first home run in Chicago.
You guys in my heart.
ESPN Chicago.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win. Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get
Best News and World Report. Colson Montgomery batting 3rd tonight. Will lead off the 3rd in a 2-2 tie. He walked in the 1st inning against Aldeguerri. And somewhat limited the damage to 2 runs after the Sox loaded the bases with nobody out. There's a swing and a pop fly off the end of the bat. Medium left center, and it's Josh Lowe, and he's got it.
Hey, celebrate moms and women at the ballpark this weekend. It's a game day for the girls and the women's athleisure jacket giveaway presented by Rush. Plus, Mother's Day, a pregame parade and special ceremony honoring breast cancer awareness. It's presented by the Illinois Lottery.
Here's Grichuk. Go ahead RBI single in the 1st. And his first start with the Sox takes a strike. He signed a major league contract yesterday. Essentially replaced Austin Hayes on the active roster as Hayes is back on the injured list. Grichuk takes outside on a changeup. He had become a free agent 3 days before after being DFA'd by the Yankees on April 29th. And he smokes a line drive out to left, but Lowe will make the catch.
Well, he's had 3 at-bats. 1 last night as a pinch hitter, and he lined out to third base. He shattered his bat for a hit, and now a line out to left.
Yeah, the 2 hard ones have been outs. Here's Carroll. Sack fly in the 1st for Edgar. This was his better side last year statistically, right-handed. And he takes a strike on a fastball.
Carroll then had a conversation with the home plate umpire. But again, it's if it's questioning the actual call, he has a challenge and he didn't use it, so I don't know what the conversation would really be about.
The 0-1. is a strike. So he's down 0-2. 2 outs in the inning. The left-hander Aldigueri pitches, and it's high.
Aldigueri's minor league career, he had 20 wins, 22 losses, and a 3.94 career earned run average in the minors. This year it was 7.77, so he hasn't pitched with a lot of confidence thus far this year, but he's settling in nicely.
1-2 is bounced foul behind the plate. Well, they needed a starter with Kikuchi on the injured list. They did get some bullpen help back off the IL, as veteran Kirby Yates was activated today. 1-2 pitch is low. Brewers Cardinals postponed due to bad weather. They'll play a split doubleheader in St. Louis on July 7th. 2-2. There's a swing and a fly ball, well hit out into deep left center. Trout racing after it, and he'll run it down on the track. Wow.
Yep, that kind of just hung up there, and with Trout's speed, he was able to run underneath it with no problem.
So Caro gave it a ride, but for naught. It's 2-2 in the third from Anaheim on the Hard Rock Casino.
Jim Day looking to hit the brakes here, and because that grass out there is moist, it'll be tough to get your footing out there.
Up the middle, backhanded by Lindor, who stumbles as he throws it away. Alonso, a diving attempt to stop that one.
They're playing a little tic-tac-toe over there by the Pirates dugout. And Emmanuel Valdez says, get serious.
We're going to need to check back in on this situation.
See if he gets that one on anytime soon.
Oh, they kept going.
You got to stop the top guy.
Oh. And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Franked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the fifth inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Enjoy responsibly. Hey, it's Colson Montgomery, shortstop for the Chicago White Sox.
Loop out in the shallow left. He's out, and he made an amazing grab.
This is the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
White Sox starting pitching has been a big advantage, brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group. Find your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, now Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Find your advantage at Advantage Dealer Group. Josh Lowe in the 9 slot for the Angels. Bats against Eric Fetty. We're in the third inning, tied at 2. And there's a swing and a roller to a backhanding Mydroth, and he'll throw off the back foot, and a perfect strike to Vargas.
Yeah, Mydroth, you know, he might not be considered a second baseman that has the most range, but he makes the plays. The ones that we know he should make, he does.
Here comes Neto. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago White Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Plus, the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox. Neto lines in the center, and he has snapped an 0 for 23.
Yeah, he's not the most patient hitter right now when he's been struggling. He can draw walks. That's part of his game, but first couple of games of this series, you can see he is trying to hit his way out of that funk, and it worked out on that one.
Nice hand for Trout, who has homered and made a nice running catch. The pitch to Trout is a low sinker. Mets and Rockies postpone. They're going to make up that game on Thursday because both teams had an off day. The pitch, Trout takes high.
Well, everybody loves, the off day, mutual day off game makeup. Not really, but.
No, everybody hates it. In fact, it's like whenever there's weather in a series, you go, do we have a mutual off day?
Yes. You say, please, no.
Fetty throws over Neto's back. So they were expecting rain to turn into snow in Denver tonight, up to 8 inches of snow. So that's not a great night to play baseball.
No, you can have it.
Fetty throws over, close, got it. Neto picked up at first base by Eric Fetty.
And Neto just had his weight on his right side when Fetty quickly tossed over there. And Neto didn't leave first. He was thinking, no, that might be close enough to a replay, but not at all. They got him.
So he gets picked off with Mike Trout at the plate in a 2-0 count. It's not ideal for the Angels, but it is for Fetty. So 2 down. Trout takes outside on a sweeper.
Well, it's understandable that Fetty is now making sure to miss in his favor. Trout probably has a green light right here.
And he takes outside on a cutter. That is ball 4.
Yeah, Trout also probably realized he's not going to throw me anything to hit 3-0.
That'll bring up Shonowell. The pitch. Shonowell hits a fly ball down the left field line. And Antonacci will not have a play. That lands on the side track. 0-1.
Well, there's a security guy down in that area where that ball landed. And I don't think he knew where the ball was because he grabbed his stool and started running toward the field of play. And it almost clipped him.
Let's just say chair.
Well, we're not at the doctor's office, so we're okay to say stool.
1 strike on Nolan Shonowell. You are correct, though. Trout's at first, 2 outs. We're in the third, tied at 2. The pitch. Cutter strike. By the way, I'm looking at Trout. The third pitch was a sweeper, so he did throw that pitch that left the yard, but he missed.
Uh-huh.
In that last sequence. Trout runs. Shonowell pokes one in the air foul off to the left out of play.
Trout, not that guy that's 30-30 like he used to be, but he does have 5 stolen bases this year, which is something he hadn't been doing the last few years running.
49 steals as a 20-year-old in 2012 when he was the Rookie of the Year. The pitch. Up and in. And that's when you didn't have all these new rules that kind of support running even more.
Right. Well, speed was part of his game, there's no doubt. Still runs well, but he's not real interested in trying to steal bases.
The pitch. Sweeper misses the outside corner. It's 2-2. Want to welcome our listeners tuned in. The News Talk Radio 1400 AM and 93.9 FM in Champaign. Throw over and Trout's back in. And a beach ball got onto the warning track in right, so we'll have a little delay.
Hey, let's all play ball. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend coming up June 5th through the 7th, encouraging youth everywhere to get out and play. You can visit playball.org to register for a free event near you today.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Shonowell. 2 outs, 3rd inning. Angels have a man on first. That's Mike Trout. The pitch to Shonowell is hit on the ground toward the hole on the right side. Gloved by Mydroth, and he'll flip to Vargas, and that'll do it. So a single and a walk, but they do not score. And we head to the 4th inning from Southern California. Sox 2, Angels 2.
This ball is launched to right. Dom Smith, a deep blast. And Atlanta with a couple of solo homers and a 2-0 lead.
How about the location? That's elevated. It's 97. A little bit of cut to it, a little bit of vert. Exactly where he wanted it. But Dom Smith doing his homework and ready for it and crushes that one to right.
A no-doubter for his 2nd of the season.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so I would wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
Deep right center.
There's just genuine excitement about everything that's been happening.
The flagship home for every Sox game. ESPN Chicago.
Fourth inning, Andrew Benintendi will face Sam Aldeguerri. 2-2 tie. He's settled in a little bit after a rocky start in the first, and he misses high on a slider to Benintendi. Each team with 2 runs and 3 hits. The left-hander delivers, and a foul back toward our broadcast booth. 1-1.
Yeah, this is one of the few that are left in the game now. We can get a foul ball in. Usually the screens have been brought up too high and they can't get in our booth anymore. But here, be ready.
1-1. Fouled behind home plate. Boston beat Detroit 10-3. Framber Valdez gave up all 10 runs. 3 were unearned. That's a rough night for a really good pitcher. 1-2 pitch is low on a changeup. So Detroit now 18-19. Kansas City beat Cleveland 5-3. The Guardians are 18-19. The Royals are 17-19. There's a swing and a soft line drive, base hit over Vaughn Grissom into right. Just kind of feathered perfectly.
Yeah, last night Benintendi picked up a couple of the softer variety hits and toward the center of the field, so he is really staying on the ball well up the middle of the field. That was into right field, but toward right center.
That Kansas City win makes it 5 straight now for the Royals. All 5 teams in the division at the moment within a game and a half. Hill takes a strike after showing bunt.
I think Hill just felt that was going to be a little too low to really try and push bunt that towards second base, because it looked like that's the direction he was thinking about. Leadoff man aboard, can get a big rally going here again.
The pitch. Hill hits a fly ball out into fairly deep right center. Mike Trout is under it, gets behind it, and grabs it. And Benintendi will head back to first base. One down. Here comes Acuna.
And the Crosstown Series is coming to the south side. Grab your friends and family and head to Rate Field Friday, May 15th through the 17th. And cheer on your Sox. Great lower level tickets are still available. Visit whitesox.com/tickets. Get a tickle.
Acuna 0 for 1.
Like I'm starting to say, unfortunately.
Acuna backs away from an inside fastball. I have a base running question after this pitch. If you put yourself in Benintendi's shoes in that last at bat. The 1-0, foul tip. So Hill shows bunt. Let's say it's not a planned bunt. It's just something Derek does. What is the appropriate reaction for a base runner at first with nobody out when you see a guy square?
Is to be cautious. Don't fall for that trap that he bunts through it and you get picked off.
Makes sense.
It's not your job to do something the batter can't do.
Swinging a high fly into left. Lowe is backing up a couple steps, and he's got it. Benintendi went back to tag just in case, and he'll stay at first.
What I mean by your job, it's not your job to do something the bunter can't do. Is if he gets a bunt down that's good, you're going to be safe at second. Maybe he's safe at first. That's all great. But if he bunts through it and you're trying to pick him up, or it's a bad bunt that's in the air or something, you're like, I got to pick my guy. You never try and pick the batter up on a bunt.
Got it.
He's got to do his job, and his job has to be done right for you to advance. So you know how guys always get picked off trying to help the guy out.
Well, that's good stuff. That's why I asked. Sam Antonacci takes low, ball 1.
And you know what's crazy is as you pointed out, like the runner at first doesn't know that he's thinking about bunting. So it catches him off guard, but you have to be in the game enough to know better. If you're just like, oh, he's bunting, and well, that's on you then.
The 1-0. And Antonacci fouls. He didn't actually swing the bat. The ball kind of caught the bat as that pitch was up and in. Angels have work going on in the bullpen. There's a right-hander up. I think that's Fermin.
That's what I would think.
Fermin.
Yep, we saw him a couple of times in Chicago.
1-1 is high.
Now here I was thinking it was going to be a night where Aldegari, with the numbers that we saw, was going to really be hit around. It's just not been the case. He had the rough first inning, settled in, and it's been minimal damage.
The pitch. Inside. Antonacci does not have the C-flap on his helmet, but the ear flap on his right ear, he's got white tape on the outside of the ear hole. And I wonder why. I'll have to get to the bottom of it. There's a lob to first by Aldegari, and I mean an eephus pitch. And Benintendi back on his feet.
Yeah, that's strange that he threw that ball. He stepped off, which means he doesn't have to throw it to first now. And yet he just lobbed it over there for no reason.
The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman, Grissom. He'll field it in the outfield grass, and he flicks to first, and Antonacci's out. Sox do not score. We head to the bottom of the 4th. White Sox 2, Angels same score on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Towards second, diving stop, JJ. From a knee, and got him. Jumps up and makes the play.
Avoided the wall, found the ball.
Makes a Superman catch it right.
Still going back, and he makes the play. A terrific play by Bellinger.
He'll slide, and he got it. Oh, picked in time.
Unbelievable.
What a play by Ellie De La Cruz. Dive backhand, did he get it? Yes, he did.
Talk about a sweet signature snag.
Julio is able to snow cone hold on to that one.
Diving stop by Singer. He rolls over and makes the throw to first. Perfect strike, too. Cruz to third. Got him. Oh, what a pick by McMahon.
What a play by Marcy to steal a hit.
Seiya Suzuki and some good right field.
Comes in a little further, goes to a slide and makes the catch.
Slides, makes the catch.
Somehow gets the lead runner. What a play by Jacob Wilson.
When all else fails, try North Shore Adult Diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit NorthShore.com.
Jorge Soler bats against Eric Fetty, bottom 4, tied at 2. First pitch to Soler is a sweeper off the outside. Soler took Fetty deep to tie it in the opening inning. I got to the bottom of the white tape on the helmet of Antonacci. Soler takes a strike. You notice white tape on a black helmet.
Yes, you reached out to the research department.
I did, and there's no structural reason. It's just something Sam has always had on his helmet. Maybe a good luck thing. Soler takes a low sinker. It's kind of like the Revenge of the Nerds with the black horn-rimmed glasses, and you have a white tape holding them together. I really like it. There's a foul, and it's 2-2.
You know what would really be interesting if we saw a player go up to home plate wearing those fake glasses and the fake nose and the Groucho Marx mustache.
Like Bobby Valentine did?
Yeah, just wear that when you're hitting and somebody go, huh.
Soler is out for looking. Took a sinker for strike 3. Second strikeout for Fetty. And here's Joe Adell.
It might be enough if the batter did that, wore the glasses, the mustache, and nose kind of look. Might be enough to make the pitcher laugh to where he can't throw strikes.
I wonder if that's against some sort of MLB policy. Probably is. Sweeper is outside.
Not allowed to show up to home plate in costume.
No fake prosthetics.
Well, you can wear everything that's protective gear. You say, this is protecting my nose and my eyes.
Adell fouls off the mask of Caro. Needs a second. That one stung. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of the White Sox this season. Every time the Sox turn a double play at home, Steinhoffels will donate $200 to Special Spaces to help create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer. One and one on Joe Adell. Here's the pitch. Inside miss on a sinker. Adell hitting .267, 4 homers, 20 RBIs. As he waits on a 2-1 and he fouls. Tampa Bay beat Toronto 4-3 at the Trop. So the Rays have won 5 in a row, but still trail the Yankees by a game and a half. Adell fouls in the air to right, out of play. Yankees beat Texas 7-4. Minnesota an 11-3 win at Washington. 2-2. Pop down the right field line. Grichuk drifting over. He's under it, and he's got it.
With that whole at bat, it looked like Adell was trying to hit the ball that direction, and you could tell that Grichuk was ready. It shaded the line slightly, and he was rewarded. It was an easy jog over to that ball because of it.
That brings up Moncada. He struck out looking in the second inning. And he lines one off the glove of Fetty. The ball deflects toward foul territory near the first base side. It'll be a hit for Moncada.
Ow.
And his life had to flash before his eyes. Fetty shaking that left hand. That ball got him right in the palm of the mid, it looks like.
I couldn't tell if palm of the mid or the heel. Either way, that's painful. I mean, for it to hit him and then roll all the way into foul territories, let you know it hit something solid.
107 miles an hour off the bat of Moncada.
And it was right off of his left hip glove side, so because that location, at least he was able to get the glove on it. And right now he's acting like he's okay, which is amazing. And I think it hit the heel.
Yeah, not quite sure. Did hit the glove for sure. And then he tried to make a play.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
Yeah, that's an amazing reflex just to get the glove where he did and almost protect himself because of it.
Vaughn Grissom hits the ground ball over to Montgomery. He'll take the shorter throw to second and force Moncada. 2-2 after 4 from Anaheim on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The big realtor firms are busy lining up things for Wall Street. At Century 21 Hearthside, we're
play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Hey, it's Miguel Vargas. Y'all listen to ESPN Chicago, the home of the Chicago White Sox.
Back in our Bell Tire broadcast booth here at Angels Stadium in Anaheim, California. And Kurt Suzuki will dip into his bullpen. It is right-hander Jose Fermin on the mound. Sam Aldeguerri went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. He walked 2, did not strike out a batter, but he did leave the game tied. Chase Mydroth bats first. The pitch. Sinker strike inside corner. The stretch, the pitch, and a swing and a miss on a slider that looked like a strike, ended up off the outside. Fourth appearance for Fermin. 0-1 with a .245. Mydroth fouls back. So fourth appearance, third against the White Sox.
Yes. I mean, it looked like he had, good stuff in Chicago. He's got a good arm, heavy sinker, tight slider, and right now the 3 pitches he's thrown to Mydroth have all been right on the corner or off of it.
comes set with 5 seconds on the pitch timer. The 0-2. Inside, but I think Chase swung at it. He did. He's trying to get out of the way, but in the process, took a half swing and he's out.
Yeah, that's one of those. You're thinking fastball in, and he throws it, and out of his hand, you're like, there it is. And then you realize while you're starting your body to turn, that's going to be almost at my back leg, and his body just kept turning while he was getting his leg out of the way.
Now Vargas. And he takes low and outside on a slider.
There's a tendency that as a hitter, if you look for a pitch in a certain zone and a guy throws it or it appears like it's going to be in that zone, you can't help but chase it if it's off just a little bit. Guy with this kind of movement, just look down the middle.
The pitch. Vargas, it's a low liner that's snagged by Shonowell, and it was a clean catch. Didn't hit the dirt. 2 down. So a quiet start to the 5th. Here's Colson Montgomery with 2 down. White Sox doubles are sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's favorite vodka for a reason. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly. Swing and a ground ball fair into the corner and right. Montgomery on his way to second with a double. Sponsored by Tito's.
Timing is everything.
Chance to get the lead again. A 2-out spot here for Jared Kelenic, who's going to hit for Grichuk.
Hey, join us at the ballpark on Memorial Day. That's May 25th as the Sox take on the Twins at 1:10. 10,000 fans at the ballpark will receive a Chase Mydroth bobblehead presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Get your tickets at whitesox.com/promos.
Neto and Rivero chatted with the pitcher. Left-hander Drew Pomerantz is up for the Angels. Kelenic had his best game with the White Sox last night. 3 hits. So he's 4 out of 11. And he fouls off the catcher. One strike on Jared Kelenic. The pitch in the dirt. Good block by Rivero.
Hardest thing to do in the business is sit over there on the bench and then grab a bat, middle of the game. You haven't done anything. You haven't been part of the game, and then go hit against somebody like this.
Runner at second, 2 outs, 5th inning and a tie. Swing and a miss on a slider. 1-2 to Kelenic. Trout a few steps now toward left center. Neto shades up the middle. The pitch. Swung on and missed. That's a strikeout. Sox get a 2-out double but fail to score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. White Sox 2, Angels 2 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Hey, it's the good kid. When it comes to
there's a lot going on when Ohtani pitches and hits. So there goes Ohtani. Shohei lighting up the highlights already. It's a leadoff home run after he struck out 3 at the top of the 1st. And the Dodgers lead it 1-0. He hit 55 in the regular season, a Dodger record. And he's gone deep for the 3rd time this postseason, his first of the championship series.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Halfway through, White Sox and Angels tied up at 2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th when we bring you today's White Sox Twitter poll question on X. Len, DJ, whenever you're ready.
We're ready, Jeff.
All right, we asked Sox fans, who would you most like to see the White Sox sign to a long-term extension? 4 player options for you here.
You can give them now.
We've got Munetaka Murakami, Colson Montgomery, Noah Schultz, and Kyle Teal.
Sebastian Rivero takes outside on a sinker. I'm guessing the fans will say Murakami.
I'm going with, they're going to say Murakami.
Kelnick is in right after hitting for Grichuk. Rivero grounds up the middle, and not a good throw by Mydroth, but a tag applied by Vargas. So 4-3 put out at first base. Jeff?
Len and DJ, you know the fan base well. 65% say Munetaka Murakami.
Yeah, do you agree?
Yes, because the others are under team control for much longer.
Right.
Well, I mean, this sounds like a trick question then.
You didn't include us on that list. Josh Lowe takes high.
We know you guys have
tie in the 5th.
We know you guys have lifetime contracts.
Don't let the people know that.
Eric Fetty delivers. And he misses outside on a sweeper. So Lowe has an 0 for he's trying to end. Neto snapped his 0 for 23 earlier. Lowe 0 for his last 19. And then he fouls.
When you go through those little mini slumps, and yeah, 0 for 19 is a mini slump because you turn around and you say you're like 2 for 40. That's a big slump. But it feels like you're just never going to get a hit again, and when you do hit one decent, it's at somebody, and you're going, when will it stop?
Two and 1 to Josh Lowe. Here's the pitch. He fouls off his ankle or foot, and that knocked him down, and he's slow to get up.
He's got that ankle and foot protection, but
ow, it still hurts.
Yeah, and he hit it right off that protection. So can you imagine if this knocked him on his hiney, if he didn't have it?
And he also might have done it earlier, so even though it's protected, it's still going to maybe hit a bruised area. Two on the way. Swinging a fly ball the other direction, left field. Antonacci went back and then had to reverse course and head over near the line, and he makes the catch.
Yeah, Sam, you can always tell he's a good athlete. He does a lot of good things out there, but then there's moves like that where he hasn't seen enough fly balls to know exactly when that ball was hit, where to start going. So the reaction is, go back. Oh, okay, no, come in. But he's athletic enough to make the play.
With 2 down, here's Neto. And he swings and misses on a sweeper. Well, Fetty gave up 2 solos against the Angels in his last start. Maybe that's all he'll give up tonight. He'll take it, right?
Yeah, it's turned into a pitcher's duel out of nowhere. It looked like it was going to be a barn burner out of the gate.
He has not allowed more than 3 earned runs in any outing. There's a cue shot right to Adam Eaton, the first base coach, right into his belly, and he made the catch.
He wasn't running from it. Yeah, he made the play. Air-hand play on a semi-line drive.
0-2 on Zach Neto. The pitch. It's high. Kurt Suzuki really likes Neto's defense, so he's continued to play through this slump at the plate. The 1-2 from Fetty is outside.
You mentioned played through this slump. Well, Neto is the kind of guy that has to play because he's going to carry you for a while when he gets hot. He's got a lot of power.
2-2. Swinging a fly ball, sadly on cue. Deep left, and it is a home run for Neto. And it's 3-2 Angels. There's the power you were speaking of.
Well, that wasn't hard to run into. That was another off-speed pitch, and it was on a tee upstairs. And you know Neto's eyes just got huge when he saw that pitch. He's like, oh my, here comes one for Daddy.
So that is home run number 6 for Zach Neto. The pitch was actually off the outside, but we told you earlier he really crowds the plate. And he got all of it into the bullpen. So 3-2 Angels, their first lead in this series. Mike Trout fouls.
Well, it's funny you say outside part of the plate, but that's right down the middle of somebody like Neto. That's right where his barrel, on the outside corner is where his barrel is fitting perfectly.
The 0-1. He is outside on a cutter. 1-1.
Well, he's reached his limit. This is as far as he can go because, as you said, Fetty has not allowed more than 3 runs in any outing this year yet.
The pitch is high, and it's 2-1 to Mike Trout, who is homered and walked. Here it comes. It's high.
He has given up a total of 8 home runs this year now, Eric Fetty, and 5 of them to the Angels.
Trout fouls to the screen. It's full. All of the homers he's allowed this year have been solos. 3-2 pitch is high, and Trout draws another walk. Zach Bulb's going to make a mound visit. Let's pause 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Three-2 Angels. Shawnawell coming up. There's some activity now in the White Sox bullpen.
Well, you know, I just realized we don't actually see Zach Bulb have to make a lot of mound visits. The pitching's been that solid.
I agree. I think it's been fairly limited. The pitch to Shawnawell is a strike on a changeup. I think it's Tyler Davis. We'll double check on that license plate. It's a big right-hander with a 6 on his jersey, so I'm doing the math. Sweeper's outside. 1-1.
Yeah, just the delivery. It looks like number 63.
Yep, Tyler Davis. Like I told you.
You got it right.
Fetty turns and throws late to first.
We're only about 140 yards away from the bullpen. And looking through some netting and some fencing. We're doing all right.
Pomerantz still cranking it up for the Angels. 1-1 is lined toward the corner and right. That's trouble. It is a fair ball. Crowd around third. He's going to score. Shonowell has another double against the White Sox, and it's 4-2.
He had a couple of them last night.
5 doubles against White Sox pitching in this season series for Shonowell.
So they're hitting the home runs, they're hitting the doubles. One thing they're not doing is picking up wins. So even though they're leading this game, you got to hope that the offense figures it out and comes back and gives them the lead.
Will Venable will make a pitching change, so it will be Tyler Davis to come in and face Jorge Soler. We're in the 5th inning. It's 4-2 Angels, and we're back after this on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Ready to finish what you started? At North Park University in Chicago, transferring is seamless. Bring your credits and complete your intended major.
And Pedro Pajes spoils the shutout. At the track, at the wall, J.J. Weatherholt ties it up. Welcome home, rookie.
2 outs, the 0-1. Tucker with a base hit into center field, and Kyle Tucker has his moment, a walk-off winner.
Line to left field, Davis Schneider back, dives, he caught it! Holy smokes, what a catch by Davis Schneider in left field.
Oh, how about Ben Williamson? Now that's his own kind of artistry.
I mean, come on. You know, we've seen Ben Williamson make some fantastic plays. I don't know if anyone better than that.
Ranger Suarez, who has just been spectacular tonight. He's had 6 innings tonight, 6 out of the 7, where he's only faced 3 batters. And in there for strike 3 as he gets to 10 strikeouts. A magnificent performance tonight.
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, die hard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
Rookie right-hander Tyler Davis, first man out of the bullpen. Sox are down 4-2, bottom 5. Neto homered with 2 outs to make it 3-2. Trout walked and then was driven home by Shonowell on a double. And Davis will face Jorge Soler. Soler has homered and struck out. Here's the pitch by Davis, and a swing and a miss on a slider.
Great pitch. Soler obviously thought he's going to challenge me. First pitch heat. He bit. Slider off the outside corner.
Davis was saddled with the loss on Sunday in San Diego. Soler hits a sky-high fly, not deep, right field, and caught by Kelnick. 2 home for the Angels, and they lead by 2, 4-2 after 5 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are tie cups.
These are tie cups.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
It is a 1933 Gaudi Babe Ruth card.
It is 8.5 PSA. It's graded higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a packet or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
Chicago White Sox. You're listening to ESPN Chicago, home of your Chicago White Sox.
New pitcher is lefty Drew Pomerantz. He'll face Edgar Caro. Angels lead 4-2. We're in the 6th inning. Long way to go.
Yeah, thank goodness. You know, that's what you want to say when you're trailing. Lots of time left.
A lot of bullpen left for both teams. First pitch is a wide fastball. The kick and the pitch and a check swing foul. And what was, I believe, a high fastball. Doesn't matter now. It's 1-1.
Yeah, but you hate to see a check swing on a fastball because, you know, that's something you should be timing. So that's why, to me, I'm thinking, was that a high changeup? We got fooled?
It was a fastball, yeah.
Okay.
The pitch. It is high.
Pomerantz, a big guy, but his fastball just clocked out at 90.
He works out of the stretch. The pitch is fouled in the air behind home plate and out of play, 2-2.
And that's a big guy. He's 6'5", 240 pounds. There are always a lot of guys in the past that were big, strong-looking guys that could hardly break a glass pane because they weren't throwing very hard, as long as you know how to use it.
The pitch. Curveball got him looking. Backdoor variety on the outside corner. Perfect pitch. One down.
It's always been interesting, too, because you know guys like Pomerantz, they're not intimidated. Even if they are throwing 90, they know how to use it right. And they go right at hitters as if, yeah, you can't hit this.
That'll bring up Benintendi. And then he cuts and misses.
It looked like Benintendi was out in front of 91. He thought they was coming in a little hot.
One is softly chopped toward first base. Going to be a hit because Pomerantz couldn't get over and cover. And Shonowell might not have picked it up in time anyway. So Benintendi, a couple of soft hits. He's got 6 hits in this series.
Yeah, Pomerantz kind of became a spectator. He saw that little chopper, or at least he turned his back on the play like when he finished his delivery. And didn't really ever go over toward first base. And I think that's why Shonowell didn't even bother. He's like, well, there's nobody there, so what's the hurry to get to the ball?
Yep. So the tying run is at the plate. It's Derek Hill. And he shows bunt and takes outside.
They're playing Hill on the left side to pull, and the second baseman was shading the middle, who's now moving a little bit more toward first in case the push bunt comes his way.
The 1-0 is bunted, but it's foul.
Derek didn't get the barrel out. Just didn't get the barrel out to where he can push it. He kind of held his arms bent close to his body, and because of it, he didn't really give himself a chance to bunt that ball fair.
So 1-1 on him. One down in the inning. Here's the pitch. Hill whiffs on a curveball. 1-2.
Derek kind of sitting back on his back leg, spinning when he swings right over the top of the curveball that's right at the knees. A lot of hitters will transfer their weight forward and catch that curveball before it gets down low.
1-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a one-hopper to the second baseman. They will get both. 4-6-3, started by Grissom. And we'll see if he'll beat it out at first. That's a nice play. Grissom got it to Neto, who fired a fastball over to first. And we're waiting on Will Venable. They're going to challenge it. And it did look like Hill might have beaten that relay throw.
Call on the field is out at first base. Chicago's challenging.
Yeah, I mean, it was extremely close, but you said it. That's a real nice effort by Grissom. He gave a little backhand flip from the distance to Neto, who came sprinting across the bag and an off-balance little shot put throw onto first base.
Oh, yeah. This will be overturned in no time, I think.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner's safe.
You got it right.
Chicago retains their challenge.
Well, that challenge is a reminder. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Brian Johnson in there on the replays, making that call and getting it right.
Hey, here comes Murakami. Inning still alive, and he's going to bat for Acuna.
So I like this because Murakami's on to face a soft-throwing left-hander. He can handle that, and he's handled some lefties anyway, but they won't change the pitcher, and Murakami knows what he's getting. So even though it's a left-on-left situation, I think I like the manager saying, yep, I'm sending my guy up there against this lefty now when it matters.
So Hill is the runner at first after that fielder's choice. Now the pinch hitter Murakami, and he takes down and away.
Hill more than likely is not going to be running with the pinch hitter up there. You don't take the chance of being thrown out on a stolen base attempt, so just let him hit.
Here it comes. It's outside on a fastball. Chase Silseth, the right-hander's up for the Angels. We're in the sixth inning. They lead 4-2, but the tying runs at home plate in the form of Murakami. And he swings and misses.
It was 91 on the outer part of the plate, but over the plate.
Right now he's in a first-place tie with Aaron Judge. 14 home runs to lead the majors. Here's the pitch. Check swing on a high one. He went, again, kind of trying to get out of the way, but he did swing at it. It's 2-2.
Kind of falling in the trap of trying to hit a home run. That's all there is to it. He's just now gone off of after a pitch that was well out of the strike zone up. In anticipation, he was getting something hittable.
2-2 coming. Swinging a ground ball through and out into left. Hill's going to try to make third, and he will. He kind of forced a bad throw from Josh Lowe. Not a lot of guys would do that with 2 outs, but I wouldn't say they caught the Angels napping, but he did make Josh Lowe hurry, and it wasn't a great throw. So first and third. Your thoughts on that extra base?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it because you had Lowe going towards center field to field that ball. And I think Hill's wise enough to know that it's a tough throw back across his body with no momentum. And he's fast, so he forced the issue, and I like it. And that's the first hit the other way for Murakami this year.
Antonacci takes a strike on a fastball, so the inning alive. Murakami off the bench with that single.
When I say hit, I'm talking about that, a ground ball the other way, not home runs. Just a ground ball the other way. It's the first one he's picked up this year.
One strike on Antonacci. He'll get a timeout. White Sox homers are brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. See Stephen Piercy of Rat at Hard Rock Live Friday, June 12th. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. 0-1. Fastball is low. We've got an ABS challenge from Rivero.
Pitch was called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
This will be very close.
I think he just got it.
And you're right.
Here's a strike. Los Angeles has 2 challenges remaining.
A good challenge by Sebastian Rivero. Pomerantz on an 0-2. Antonacci hits a fly ball to left field. Lowe will drift back and to his right, and he's got it. So that rally falls short. They leave 2, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. Still 4-2 Angels on the Hard Rock Casino. White Sox.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Levitating in midair. He was parallel to the ground. Sosa gets it across in time for the out.
Durbin dives. He gloves. Comes up throwing. Picked out by Contreras. In front of the bag. Bare hand grab and a one-hop throw. Hoskins able to hang on.
Dives, and he got it. Holy smokes, what a catch by Davis Schneider.
And Razor Ramon leaps up. Oh, he made the catch.
Across the mighty throw to first. In time.
Sensational. Incredible play. Leaps up to make the catch.
I'm 6'4" and you're out. Reaches in, made a great catch.
Oh, baby, what a play.
And that's going to be off the wall. He plays the bounce perfectly, fires into second base, the tag, and he's out.
This is a remarkable play by Jake Mangum to get all the way in from his left field spot.
Machado doing his thing over at the hot corner.
Dave Holtz now stands in. He gets fisted toward the Angel dugout. Got folks moving. Again, slapped that way. Same spot. Uh-oh. Gray with the 0-2 pitch. Same spot almost. Still 0-2.
White Sox trail the Angels 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th, which is when we provide you with a gateway to the booth. Brought to you by the City of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway. It's an Ask Len Day. When you're ready, Mr. Casper.
I am ready.
Harry from Valpo wants to know, Len, since you guys are moonlighting on the West Coast this week, what is your favorite California-themed song?
Oh, man. Where do I start? Davis to Joe Adell, and he misses inside on a slider. Vargas goes to third. Montgomery to short. Murakami stays in place first base after he pinch hit for Acuna. Swinging a roller to Vargas at third. He looks it in and throws across for the out. I'm trying to think of a popular. Hotel California is a great one by the Eagles. I'll go with that.
Oh, you got a billion options. Huh?
Dark Desert Highway. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's a classic. So that I'll stick with that.
Fun, fun, fun till your daddy takes the T-Bird away.
Oh, any Beach Boys song would work. Here's Moncada with one out. Fastball strike. Moncada picked up an infield single in the 4th, dangling off the glove of Fetty, and he fouls on a splitter from Tyler Davis. 0-2. 4-2 Angels here in game 2.
Carroll getting a little recovery time from the umpire, and that foul down got him.
Catchers have been hit a lot tonight.
Yes. It's not unusual, but they're feeling it, that's for sure.
The pitch. Foul on a jam sandwich.
97 miles an hour, right on the hands.
Davis in relief of Fetty. Pitches. Backed him away.
Well, that was 97 again, but under the chin rather than at the hands.
We often talk about what would it be like to step in against a major league pitcher, like just someone off the street.
Yeah.
And you can envision major league pitcher just throwing it right down the middle and people getting nervous. But if they had to do this at bat, no, thank you. Called strike 3 on a splitter.
Well, I agree. And the thing is about that one that was basically under his chin at 97. I don't think a person off the street moves out of the way quick enough. It gets them.
I agree with you. Well, I would have probably hit the deck on a ball right down the middle.
Yeah, it's a scary proposition. You have to master the fear of something that can kill you, not worrying about it. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Vaughn Grissom takes a strike on a slider. He is 0 for 2 in this game. Right hand batting second baseman, and he fouls.
I really can't fathom the idea of the times when baseball players batted with no helmets, just their hats on. I can't, because, I never did that. And I always had that safety of knowing that I had protection of my head.
Fastball 98 is high. 1-2.
And that's something that a lot of the old school players will talk about, is that the safety for these batters nowadays, the protection that they wear, and the fear that they're never going to be hit is real.
Grounded foul behind the plate.
Because, as you well know, there used to be a lot of pitchers that were called headhunters.
You don't hear that term almost ever now.
Yeah, it's kind of gone from the game. So you can walk up to home plate with the idea of never fearing one throwing at your head.
There was some thought in hockey that helmets and visors made it too easy for sticks to get up because of that same issue. But you have to wear headgear in that sport. Swinging a sharp bouncer right to the glove of Montgomery, and he'll fire across. Tyler Davis, 4 up, 4 down in relief. So we head off to the 7th. It's the Angels 4, White Sox 2 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Steinhoppels is.
Dom Canzone will lead off for the Mariners.
Canzone, deep blast. You can't forget about it. Dom Canzone strikes twice on opening night.
Yeah, just an easy 1-9 exit off the bat from Dom Canzone. 93 down and in. Crushes this ball. Same spot, right center.
Multi-homer game for Canzone. A 1-run game now, the bottom of the 7th. Lester landed the home run ball, huh?
Check out the range from my draw.
That was not easy.
Great diving stop and right by Palacios. The track at the wall. Williams leaps and makes the play. Spectacular grab.
Such a difficult play, made to look so easy.
That is a run-saving play by Ernie Clement.
Oh, Xander Bogaerts helping out his buddy, and the inning is over.
Track wall jumps up, and he caught it.
Stop by Tovar. He's going to come home out at the plate. What a play by Tovar.
He's got it again. Up against the wall. Unbelievable grab. Matt Olson backhands it. Nice.
Great catch by Matt.
Doyle coming on. He lays out. Oh, yeah, he got it. The Gold Glover knows off his talents at center.
And a slide. And then more slide. What a great play. He is as good as it gets.
Locked and loaded and ready to lead. Snares that bad boy right out of the air.
On the run. Here.
Sam Antonacci leads off against Ryan Zepperjohn, trying to notch a 4-out save. 4-3 Angels. First pitch is a strike on a sweeper. Get you station ID here when we can. Third baseman Peraza's in and off the bag at third. 0-1 is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. After Antonacci, it's Meidroth and then Vargas. The set and the pitch. Called strike on a sinker.
Well, Antonacci is a guy that he can get to 2 strikes, but he doesn't strike out a lot. Put some good swings together with the 2-strike counts, and it picks up some hits as well.
The pitch. It's outside. 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino Sox Network. Antonacci just got drilled, a sweeper on a midsection, and he's going to head to first base to open the 9th inning. That works.
Well, hopefully that's a rally starter. Got him, you mentioned the sweeper right in his thigh, his right thigh.
Mydroth, the batter, takes high on a sinker. Both teams with 2 ABS challenges remaining in regulation. Keep that in mind. Mydroth did not show bunt, and he won't again, and he takes a strike. 1-1. Antonacci takes his lead off first. He's held by Nolan Shonawell. The pitch. Sweeper strike. Outside corner. 1-2.
It looked like it was so far outside by the movement of Mydroth. His left shoulder was flying way open. He was leaning forward, so it looked like it was far away from him.
The 1-2. Down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Angels trying to hold on and beat the Sox for the first time in this season series. Throw over, and Antonacci just got back. He started to kind of squirm and claw his way back as he left his feet.
He has a huge lead, and Shonawell is off the bag, and that leads the base runner a lot of the time to feel like he can get a bigger lead because of it.
2-2, runner goes, and a swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. It's a stolen base, and Sam will end up at third as Grissom got in his way, so obstruction would have been in play, but it didn't matter. Antonacci now at third with 1 out.
Well, that was timely. The throw down from Rivero was just horrible. It was on the shortstop side, and it was a bouncer at Grissom, tried to reach over to and pick it, but it was really kind of far away from him and a bad hop, so he had no chance.
First career steal for Antonacci, plus the error. Infield in, tying run at third. Here's Vargas. The pitch. Inside on a sinker.
The pitch was called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
So they're going to challenge this inside pitch, and it was not that close. So
call is confirmed. Los Angeles has 1 challenge remaining.
Angels have 1 left. Sox still have 2.
This is one of those pressure-packed moments for a pitcher and a hitter. Let's see who can relax the most.
Outfield deep, and they play Vargas to pull. The pitch. Way outside. Ball 2.
With the infield in, it's going to be interesting to see. I don't think that he'll be going on contact.
2-0. Slider is outside. Ball 3.
And just watch the lead, the secondary lead by Antonacci, and it looks like he is going to go on contact.
Yeah, 1 out, 9th inning. Going to be aggressive. As Vargas takes a low outside slider for ball 4. Mike Maddox will make a mound visit. The batter will be Colson Montgomery with runners at first and third. So no hits in the inning. Hit batter, stolen base, an error, and a walk, setting it up for the White Sox.
Yeah, and now, they've got the double play that they can set up for, but it's going to be tricky. They don't want to be back. They got to kind of be halfway up the middle. In case it's a slow hit ball, their mind might be that they have to throw it to the plate. But it's going to be interesting. We'll watch the setup, let you know what they're going to be doing. But it's obvious they want to turn 2. That's the tying run at third base, not the winning run. Just get rid of all the drama. We know that Montgomery's fully capable of busting one out of here.
Mm-hmm.
They are back at regular depth, ready to turn 2.
First and third, the pitch. Montgomery takes outside. So Zephyr-John, 5 straight misses after the strikeout of Mydroth. Middle guys double play depth. Corner guys could throw home. The set and the pitch, and it's outside.
The meeting with the pitching coach Mike Maddox was obvious. Get him to hit one to shortstop or second baseman on the ground because he's throwing the sinker. That's all he's throwing.
Ball 2 on Montgomery. The pitch. Fouled. Well, he got a fastball right in the sweet spot, and he fouled it on the screen.
Baby. Yeah, that was 96, a sinker that was up. And sinkers that are up are usually stinkers, but not that time. He got away with it as Montgomery had the head shake after fouling that one back.
2-1. First and third, down a run. The pitch called strike 2. Outside corner fastball.
Surprised him, and as you mentioned, fastball. Not the sinker there. It was a 4-seam fastball, so it stayed straighter on the outside edge.
Colson didn't like the call, but again, I don't know why he didn't challenge it.
Well,
and it might have been a strike.
I believe it was, from what I saw. So I think it's a good thing at this point because they have to. If this one misses and the next one, you're good to go.
2-2. Foul tip, strike 3 on a sweeper. So it's going to be up to Kelnick. That's a huge punch out for Zephyr-John.
A comeback from 2-0 to a strikeout. And that's after Montgomery got a fastball right down the middle. And that sweeper was very hittable as well. I mean, right down the middle and up. It was not what you would consider to be just a sacrifice fly type of swing.
So 2 outs, 9th inning. They're going to hold Vargas at first.
Yeah, and third baseman's playing back enough. You got to be aware as a runner at third, if he decides to push one down the third base line, it could be a tie game.
The pitch to Kelnick. Sinker strike. Perfect location. Low outside corner. Angels 4, Sox 3. 2 outs, 9th inning. And Tanachi, the tying run at third. Vargas, the go-ahead run at first. The 0-1. Low and in on a sweeper. Angels already know they're communicating on what to do if Vargas runs. One ball, one strike on Jared Kelnick. There he goes. The pitch is outside, and they're going to let Vargas take second.
They were holding him on, so it should be credited as a stolen base.
Well, it's the go-ahead run, so, yep.
They acted as if they were indifferent, but they weren't.
His 6th steal. So second and third, and a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a sweeper. That was left center cut, 2-2.
This is where you've got to make them make a play. That was the sweeper right down the middle, thigh high. Got to put the bat on the ball and just make the defense have to make a play.
The pitch, it's high. Rivero basically was not even in a squat. He was standing straight up to take that pitch. That's how high he wanted it. It was almost a waist pitch.
Yeah, I don't quite understand. I don't know what that was.
The 3-2 is low on a sweeper, and the bases are loaded, and it's Edgar Caro.
I really don't know what that was all about. Unless they were literally saying we'd rather face Caro, even though they were way ahead already of Kelenic.
It kind of looked like it.
Really did.
That last pitch was competitive. It was low, but Kelenic.
That was strange.
Had a good look at it. So they're loaded for Caro. Batting left. The pitch fouled over our booth. Chance to be a hero. It's been a very difficult start for Edgar. He's batting 156.
Well, at this point, this is where you do what I like to call the Adam Frazier. Throw the label at it and flare it into the outfield.
The 0-1. Outside. Okay, the last time he came up, remember what happened. It was against Bachman, and he took a called third on a changeup.
Yep. He's not standing there with a lot of confidence, believe you me.
1-1. Hammered foul to right. He walloped that liner to hold it foul by 50 feet.
And that felt great to him, just to barrel a ball up even if it is foul, but it still does not instill confidence in you.
Silseth is up just in case.
Just some contact.
The 1-2 is high. Again, way high. We've got a nail-biter here in Anaheim. 4-3 Angels, bases loaded for the White Sox in the ninth inning, and a 2-2 count on Edgar Caro, and he'll get a timeout. Now he climbs back in. Zephyr-John comes set. The 2-2. Swinging a bouncer. The second baseman, Grissom, will throw to first, and that'll do it.
Well, he made him make a play. That's right at that moment. If you're not swinging the bat well, which he has not been, he made them make a play. And the way they played defense here at the end of the game, that's something.
Final score, Angels 4, Sox 3. We'll have more after this on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Want to live life at max volume? Then look no further than Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana. With over 1,700 slots, 80 table games, live entertainment, and 5 restaurants which span a wide range of culinary genres, we are sure to have something for everyone. Whether you want to indulge in a savory dish at Council Oaks Steaks and Seafood or take in dinner and live music at the world-renowned Hard Rock Cafe, amplify your entertainment experience at Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana, just off Exit 6, I-8094. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Hey, it's the good kid. When it comes to my ride, I don't mess around. That's why I drive an Advantage Chevy. 3 locations. Chicagoland's covered. Boom. You want a Chevy? They got every Chevy. You want savings? Oh, yeah. They've got that, too. And here's what matters most. Trust. When you walk into an Advantage Chevrolet Hodgkins, you're not getting the runaround. They respect your time. They respect your budget. They shoot you straight. Head to Advantage Chevrolet in Hodgkins and see what I'm talking about. Advantage Chevrolet. Together. Let's drive.
If you want free lifetime maintenance, free air, and flat repair, Bell Tire is your one-stop shop. But if you wanted to go elsewhere, you could. You just have to make 3 more stops, then explain what you need 3 more times to 6 different people with 12 new opinions. 4 of which contradict each other, which means you'll have to stop 2 more places, wait in line 7 more times. Or you could just stop once at Bell Tire. Bell Tire. Visit your neighborhood Bell Tire or belltire.com.